Hello guys, it's MovieFanatic 18 here, and today I'll be showing you guys my top 10 favorite Pixar films of all time. And although they are ranked, I do enjoy all the Pixar films that have been made, including this one. Okay guys, so I'll be starting off with my number 10 and all the way down to 1. So number 10 would be Brave. It is a good film. I did enjoy it, but I don't know why some people like it, some people kind of hate it. But the reason why is because this Pixar film is more like a mother-daughter type of movie, I would say. But still, it is an enjoyable movie to watch. And even though it is of showing a princess, I think she's a princess, it's better than most Disney films where, as in this one, she actually chooses not to be with the guy, which is pretty good, which is a better example for Disney to set than most of their princess films, which aren't really good at all, like this one. Number 9 is The Incredibles. Good film, pretty entertaining, and it's actually, I think this one is probably one of the longest films that Pixar has made, and I'm happy that they are going to be making a sequel to this, and hopefully the sequel will be as good as this one. And I know that Brad Bird, who directed Tomorrowland, will return to direct the sequel to The Incredibles, so that's pretty good. Is Ratatouille. Good film, and I remember when I first saw this, I really didn't think it was interesting because, it's about a rat making food. But as the years went on, I started to appreciate this film because I kind of had the same similarities with the main character. He likes to cook, and although I don't cook, I do like to watch the Food Network channel, which is, I guess, somewhat like watching people cook. I don't know. And yeah. So good film. Pretty nice, like how it's set in Paris and stuff. So it's a pretty good movie. Is WALL-E. Pretty entertaining film in my opinion, and I do enjoy how this film it is set in space, but it does serve like a good lesson about making sure that the Earth is gonna be able, like, for us humans to pay more attention to the environment and stuff, because that's kind of like what the story is for this film. Yeah. Mars, good film in my opinion. The first one is the best one. I didn't really like the second one. The second one kind of felt more like it was more of a Disney film, and yeah, Cars 2 is probably like one of Pixar's weakest films, but the first one's pretty entertaining to watch, and this was the last film by Pixar to be released on VHS, and it's actually a rare VHS tape to find, so pretty much if you have it, you can make money off of it on eBay. Next one is Up. Pretty hilarious movie in my opinion. I thought it was pretty funny with how Mr. Fredricksen is, and how he doesn't at first really like Russell, but eventually he starts to like the kid, which is, I guess, pretty nice. And it's a nice story. I think this is probably one of the second saddest Pixar films ever made. So, yeah. And the next one, I'm gonna kind of cheat on it because it's two films, but whatever. It is Monsters Inc. and Monsters University. The first one, good. Really enjoyed it. And it actually does and I kind of like how for this film, they kind of show like that the monsters have a soft side, especially Sully. And the prequel, Monsters University, is a good film, and I think this film is kind of what made people not really pay more attention, and made people be interested in Pixar again. So is Finding Nemo, and this is kind of like a father and son type of film because it is. I mean, like, even though you do see Nemo's mother in the beginning, she does die, but it's mainly about the son and dad and kind of like the relationship, even though most of the film they are separated, but they both kind of the dad kind of has to struggle with the fact that he has to let his son grow up, even though he doesn't really want to, because he's afraid that something bad will happen to his son. And of course, Dory is one of the hilarious characters in this film. Ellen DeGeneres did a good job playing the role of Dory, and I'm really excited to see how they're going to be able to do the sequel, which is Finding Dory. So, can't wait for that movie. And the next one is Disney's second movie ever made, and it's A Bug's Life. Funny movie. Man, it's kind of sad how they don't have a sequel to this, but it's hilarious, and especially with the ladybug, how it's a guy, but he gets mad when they confuse him for a woman. So, I enjoyed it. It is funny. I think it's probably one of the funniest Pixar films made in a long time, so pretty good film. And the next one, of course, is the Toy Story trilogy. Pretty good movies, in my opinion. I love Toy Story. Good movies. I remember when I had the first one on VHS, I would constantly watch it, and I love it. Woody, my favorite character, and I love the relationship between Woody and Buzz in this film, and how it is in Sid when they're at Sid's house. And of course, the second one is a good movie. I wouldn't say it's like the best from the trilogy, but they're all enjoyable. But this one is pretty good too. When you find out that he's when Woody finds out he's a toy from a TV show and stuff. Pretty good film. And I always thought it was weird how Bullseye never talks, which is pretty hilarious. Which is pretty weird considering that Rex and Ham are both toys based off of an animal, and Bullseye, who's a horse, doesn't talk. And, of course, Toy Story 3. Good film, in my opinion. Pretty sad, though. The ending, I was kind of mad how Andy gave away Woody. I hated that. And if I were Andy, I could probably live without, the other toys. But I would have kept Woody, Buzz, Jessie, and Bullseye. And the rest I would have gave away. So, yeah. And I kind of hate how they're making a fourth one. And a few weeks ago, John Lasseter, who directed the first two films, said that Toy Story 4 would be its own separate film and have nothing to do with the events of Toy Story 3. So pretty much whatever happens in this movie, whatever happened in this one, the events of this movie won't play out in Toy Story 4. It'll be its separate, standalone sequel, which I hate, but no one knows what direction the movie's gonna be for Toy Story 4. And yeah, that's it. And I did this review, well, not really review, but I did this list to celebrate the release of Pixar's newest film, Inside Out. So yeah, probably will watch that movie in theaters, or if I don't, I'll just buy it anyways, like I did with the Pixar films that I already own. So yeah, that's it for today, guys, and I'll see you next time. Thank you guys very much for watching my video, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give that like button a click, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter and on Instagram, and be sure to like my Facebook page. Thanks, guys.